Legend. Mathew Armstrong. A tough and skillful inside midfielder who became a highly successful coach, Mathew Armstrong has left an indelible mark on the Tasmanian football landscape, both on and off the field, over 30 years. Born in 1967, Armstrong was a hugely talented junior sportsman, representing Tasmania in national championships for both football and cricket. And it was around this time that his senior football career began with Hobart, making his debut at the age of 16.
Well, I came back from Hawthorn in 1984 to coach Hobart, and Mathew Armstrong was a young fellow, just walked in at 15 years of age. He was pretty confident in himself, and he had every right to be confident because he was a superstar as a young kid. And then when Peter Hudson took over and coached Hobart, Mathew was an elite midfielder in the TFL.
I knew about Matty because of his football career from when he was very young, and in 1986 I actually coached him at Hobart, and of course Matty was well and truly established at the Hobart Football Club.
After 4 seasons with the Tigers, he was draft pick 24 by Fitzroy. In his first 3 seasons, he cemented himself in the Lions midfield, impressing to the extent that he was selected for State of Origin football, representing Tasmania at the 1988 Carnival, and both Tasmania and Victoria the following year.
When he went to Fitzroy and then on to North Melbourne, none of that surprised me because he had the ability, but above all, he had that desire. And I think he always saw himself as a VFL, AFL footballer.
You're kicking from 55 metres out.
Armstrong could and did play in many positions as an on-baller, half-back, centre or wingman. He played a total of 132 games for Fitzroy. At the end of 1994, he left Fitzroy, joining the 90s superpower North Melbourne. He was known for his spectacular solo efforts to win games, breaking out of the centre with a direct run at goal. His high-speed disposal of the ball, combined with hand speed and an unmatched ability to break defensive lines, resulted in scoring shots, sometimes several disposals later.
He had very good skills. You could see that he was very, very skillful. He had a tremendous attitude and desire, and probably his desire to become a good footballer stood out more than anything to me. You could tell he wanted to be a good footballer and he wanted to play at the highest level.
Returning to Tasmania in 1998, Armstrong signed as captain coach of North Launceston. He guided them through an undefeated season, giving the club its 24th flag and Armstrong's only premiership success as a player.
Mathew, in my opinion, was a superstar player, but he was a much better coach, and he was an AFL quality coach. Mathew Armstrong is an AFL quality coach, but he chose to live in Tasmania. He was part of the Lee Matthews Brisbane Lions coaching group, and he chose to come back and live in Tasmania with his family. But he was a coach of the highest order.
Resigning from the role in 1999, he joined Lee Matthews as an assistant coach at the Brisbane Lions, then returned home permanently the next year. He was appointed as the foundation coach of the Tasmanian side that was to play in the VFL, the Tasmanian Devils. Armstrong remains heavily involved in coaching at state level and also established the Mathew Armstrong AFL Development School.
Mathew Armstrong is as honest as the day is long. He's a really genuine, legitimate person. He's a great family man, and he's a wonderful person, good fun to be around.
G'day, Matty. Sorry I can't be there tonight, but I wanted to pass on my sincere congratulations for the honour that you're receiving tonight. To be elevated to a legend of the AFL Tasmania Hall of Fame is something that you richly deserve. And I feel that I can say that with some authority, having known you for, I think, the best part of 30 years. When we started out together at training, I think it was cricket training, we actually met each other the first time. But then as a teammate at the Hobart Football Club with our mullets flowing, and then as housemates at the Fitzroy Football Club, and we extended our relationship when you were an assistant coach with the Brisbane Lions many years later. But I want to say congratulations because of the way you've handled your on-field ups and downs, and certainly you're one of the elite midfielders in the competition in the late 80s playing for Fitzroy. You continually remind me about the 41 touches you had at the MCG one Friday night against the West Coast Eagles and how you put on a clinic that night. and also the way you managed the down times, and certainly the down times mid-1990 with that devastating knee injury. The surgeon told us that it was like a motorbike accident with the broken bones and the other ligaments that were damaged. So the way you bounced back from that was an incredible acknowledgement of your character. You were very important to me as an assistant coach of the Brisbane Lions. I was struggling personally, trying to make it back from my health issues, and you were there as a great support as a coach, and more importantly, as a great mate. And obviously what you've done as a senior coach and a development coach in Tassie post that time is a credit to you. I hope you and Nicole have a fantastic night. As I said before, it's an honour you richly deserve, and look forward to having a beer soon, mate. See ya.